I had traveled to Monaco to play the European Women's Blitz Chess Championship for the first time in a very long time. You see, I play a lot of online chess, but I thought, you know what, Anna? You've played over-the-board chess your whole life. Like, I think you're going to be better at Blitz over the board than what you are at online Blitz. So I decided to go to Monaco together with my mom and participate in this tournament. Now, this was an amazing experience, and in the first round, I was facing a little tiny girl. She was only 7 years old, and she was so incredibly good at chess. She had won some kind of German championship under 8, and I could instantly tell that this could be a strong opponent. So she sat down in front of me. And I mean, I was kind of smiling because I was like, she's so young. But I was at the same time expecting her to probably be pretty good, because if you go to a European Women's Championship, you typically are good enough to know how to play chess and be pretty good. So I was a little bit nervous, but I was just so happy that I got to play against her. So I was a little bit thinking about what I should play. I hadn't played over the board Blitz in a while, so I was definitely feeling a little bit rusty, but I was just trying to think about what I was gonna play, and I was smiling. And yeah, after a little bit of waiting, they were kind of saying welcome to the tournament and stuff. We shook hands and I started the clock. So she played c4, and she played it very fast. She was playing all moves very fast. She went knight c3, I went knight c6, she went g3. This is the English opening in chess. We fianchettoed our bishops. Now she played knight f3, and I decided to either play d6 or e5. But I thought, okay, let me go d6 first, and then I will play e5 probably. She was playing super fast, and I thought, okay, like, this girl is definitely not gonna flag because she's playing so fast. I'm not really sure exactly why I was thinking here. I think I was considering if I should go e5 or e6, but I can tell that my future games I'm playing a lot faster than here. Like, I was definitely rusty in round 1. So I played e5, and here I simply wanted to develop my knight and then castle. She went e4 as well, which I wasn't so worried about because typically white wants to go for the d4 break. Now it becomes a little bit harder for her to do that because her pawn is on e4. So I thought, okay, she's gonna have to create some kind of play on the queen side, but that is gonna be in a while. So I simply castled. Now I was feeling pretty happy, and I knew basically that my plan was going to be to play f5 at some point. So she played bishop e3, and I thought, okay, maybe I should go bishop e6, or should I just simply play f5? I decided to first go h6, just so that, yeah, the bishop could never go to g5. And now after she instantly played h3, I decided to go f5, because I thought, okay, she's gonna play on the queen side, I'm gonna have to play on the king side. And especially in Blitz, I love playing on the king side because, simply enough, if I checkmate my opponent, it's gonna be faster than the opponent, creating weaknesses in my queen side. So she played rook e1, and now I definitely felt like my position was becoming really good. I played f4, threatening the bishop, and it just felt like I was much better here. So she spent a little bit of time thinking, should she take the pawn? Should she move back? I thought she was going to capture back my pawn, but she seemed to have other ideas in mind. She ended up placing the bishop on d2, and I took on g3, which actually wasn't that great. It would have been better for me to just keep the tension. I just thought that her pawns would be weak on the king side, but actually it's not so easy for me to threaten them. So I pretty quickly realized that maybe this wasn't what I was supposed to do. She played rook f1, simply defending the knight. And I moved up my other knight, and I thought, okay, now my knights are really strong in the center of the board, but I didn't really know exactly how to break through. Now, as you can see, we both have only spent a minute on this position. So we've played very fast so far, but time was ticking. She ended up taking the knight and I took back with my knight because I really wanted to have a strong knight in the center of the board. She traded rooks, I took back with the queen, and I pretty quickly realized that we're entering this endgame where maybe I'm worse. I just thought that she can have a knight jumping up to d5. She has the bishop pair. My bishop on g7 isn't doing much. Like, I definitely didn't think I was worse, but I also didn't think that I was better necessarily. And that was kind of stressing me because why wasn't I better? Like, why was my position not better than what it was? I kept thinking. Especially because I knew that I'd had a good position before. So I played bishop e6. I simply wanted to develop my bishop. And she traded queens. I think she was trying to trade as many pieces as she could. And now she brought her other rook to f1. There is a pretty typical saying that the less pieces you have, the less danger there is in the position. So maybe she thought that if she just trades everything, she's not going to lose the game. I was definitely getting worried here because I only had a minute left on the clock. I couldn't see how I was going to win this. And I was trying to find some path with my knight that could lead to me winning a pawn or winning any advantage that I could get against this girl to try to win. But she was just defending very well. And I was really impressed because she was just so young and she was just not losing. So she traded the rooks. I took back with the king. I was going h5 because I wanted to gain some kind of space on the king side and I wanted to open up for my bishop. But she played h4 and now I wasn't sure exactly of how to continue. I ended up playing bishop g4. The idea was to maybe go bishop f3 and try to get in there. And now she started thinking for a little bit. Probably she was trying to analyze what paths can her knight take and what can she do. But she had 40 seconds more than me on the clock. She played king f2, just simply getting the king into play. I played a6 because I wanted to play b5 and start attacking her queen side. She put the knight in the center. I played b5 pretty quickly. There wasn't really any way where I could see that this was actually leading to me winning, but I just thought, okay, let me try to do something in this position and let me try to get her pawns to be as weak as possible. Now our times were getting a lot closer. She had 30 seconds and I had 23. She was looking at the clock. She played b3, keeping everything together, very safe. And I simply brought back my bishop to c8 because I didn't want her to go something like knight c7 and threaten my pawn. Also, I was trying to think about, can I find any reroutement of my knight? Like, I was trying to see all paths that my knight could take. So she was thinking here, probably because she wasn't exactly sure of what to do in this position. And she kept thinking. And she kept thinking. And she thought for so long that her time ran out. And she lost the game on time. Now, after the game, I was feeling very weird because I just thought, okay, I mean, this tournament is gonna go so badly for me. Like, this first round, I'm definitely high rated. I'm playing against this girl and she just played a completely equal game to me. Like, I didn't deserve to win, I felt like. And I was telling her, you played so well. And I was trying to ask her how old she is, but we weren't really understanding each other fully. But I basically just kept telling her that she played so well and I wished her good luck for the rest of the games. And I was just so impressed. She was so kind and respectful, played such good chess, and I am sure that the career of this young girl is going to be very bright in chess. So, in the next video, I'll show you how round 2 went, but in round 1, I won. 1 point for me in the women's European Blitz tournament.